So, what am I up to today? So, my Zenoah, what is it? 254. What's it, what do they call it? Yeah, Zenoah PCS 254, which is it's a Zenoah 2500 clone. Now, the muffler. You know what? I couldn't let it go. I've had to chop it apart. I tried using the old Matcas cylinder burner. Tried to take it apart with that to undo the solder, but it's brazed and no. So I've cut it all the way around with my Dremel, a Dremel cutting wheel. I tell you what, if you don't have a Dremel, yeah, you've got to get a Dremel. So I haven't taken it apart, but it weighs, I mean, it's tiny, right? Have a look at it. There's my hand. The thing is tiny, but it weighs a ton, and I think I know why. Oh, I do know why. So my first time taking it apart, this could be disastrous. I doubt it. Why won't it come apart now? It's being very reluctant. It's rocking. What's going on? What the hell is that? Okay, so there's two spaces. So I'm bending something in there. So there's something in there that I've got to cut because this thing is not coming apart. Oh man, how did they build this thing? No, bugger it. Oh, I can't even pull it apart. Yeah, alright. What's going on? Oh, I see. Alright. Yep. I understand. I understand. Man, they really put this together to never be taken apart, pretty much. Because I'm having a hell of a time pulling it apart. Not much fun at all. Go on. It's got to come apart. Come on. Yeah, I might just speed this up. They really did make this thing to not be taken apart. Alright. Go on. Okay. So I've actually busted that off. Alright. So it's got a catalytic Duvalaki, which is just a block of God knows what. I can't see into it to really see what it is. It looks like a big block of honeycomb. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is just, yeah, welding it back together without that crap. So yeah, I think that's going to be easy enough to do. So you've got two spaces where the where is that? What is that? There. I'm not even going to put these back in. I'm just going to have it completely gutted. Oh yeah, you got a steel. Oh yeah. So there's a steel reinforcing around where the muffler goes. I'm going to have to weld that in. Number one. And number two. I'll make this pipe bigger So I'll cut that off, drill it out with a step drill, and put a bigger pipe in and just weld that up. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. The only thing I'm concerned about is because of the brazing, when I go to weld it, that the brazing doesn't contaminate the weld and make it harder to do. I doubt it. Although I might put a strip, just a metal strip over the join, so that I can weld either side of it. I'll see how I go. Because with that little MIG that I've got, it's pretty handy, and I should be able to get away with just sandwiching the thing together and going for it. So what I'll do, oops, that fell out again. What I'll do is, I just can't believe the weight of this crap that was inside it is just bullshit. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get the step drill and just drill that out and put a bigger pipe in. So I just got to find a bigger pipe to put in there. So I'll do that. It's done. The muffler on the Zenoah PCS 254 Zenoah 2500 clone. I'll show it to you. I'm not proud of it, but yeah, it's finished. So I'll show it to you. Bit of a, come on, close up. I'm not proud of it. As I said, I'm not proud of it, but you know what? You know when you're in that situation where you realise I've made a mistake, but you're beyond the point of no return? Well, I was in that situation over and over and over again, because there were three things that became problematic, and I anticipated that and I knew it, but I did it anyway. So the lesson learnt is that I don't learn lessons. The lesson is, if you have a suspicion that you're going to have a problem because you're doing something for expediency's sake instead of taking the time, doing the right thing, and doing the right thing is the left road, and expediency is the right road, take the left route, because yeah, I took the right route, expediency. So I did not go to a friend, I did not phone a friend, I did not get a an oxy set, lend of an oxy set, and take the brazing apart and just pull it apart and then re-braze it. No, I decided to cut it open and then weld it back together. So 3 issues. Issue number 1, it's really thin material, and I did pop a lot of holes in it, like a lot, and I kept having to seal up those holes. Problem number 2 is that it was braced together, and there are areas, so I've painted it with black thermal paint, right? There are areas where that bronze just ran everywhere, which presents a problem when you're trying to weld with mild steel weld wire, flux core weld wire. Yeah, it presented problems. Yeah, if you know anything about welding, if you've got a contaminated weld, it turns to shit. And it did turn to shit quite a lot, but I got it done. The third problem was that the only pipe that I had that was around the correct diameter was actually one of these. So I cut apart one of these. Now the problem with that is that these things are galvanized. So anyone who knows anything about welding, when you're welding something that's galvanized, yeah, another mess. So that was, so it was very, very problematic. It was a real pain in the ass, but I've got it together. I've got it ready to go on. So what I'm going to do, so the gasket, wherever the hell it is, where did I put that gasket? So the gasket, so it's a metallic core, so it's a metallic plate with this black fibrous shit covering both sides. Now that black fibrous shit is really soft and brittle, and just pieces came off it all over the place. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to use this JB Weld Ultimate Grey RTV 100% silicone gasket maker and sealant. And the nice thing about it is that it's got a curing time of 1 hour, so that I'm actually going to be able to start this saw up and show you how it runs today. But so the lesson learnt is, if you get one of these clones, and I have absolutely, even a Zenoah 2500 if you can get one, if you do get one of these clones, the mufflers I would suspect will be exactly the same, and they will be braced together, a cup and a top. If you do not have an oxy set, go somewhere that does, and if you can't have a lend of the oxy set and you don't know what you're doing, just say to them, I need this pulled apart, and just get them to do it, and just pay the money and just get them to do it, because cutting it open and then welding it with mild steel wire is not a good idea. And I've plugged all the holes in this thing. Yeah. So after I did the job, I did have a look around the seam just to see if I could see any daylight, and it took me about 3 goes to finally seal all the holes in it. You get, because the weld was contaminated with bronze, the brazing bronze, I was getting what you call wormholes, so I did have to seal them all up, but I finally did. So the thing is sealed, it's ready to go. I'm going to put it on and then have to wait an hour for I'll probably wait over an hour for the silicone to cure, and then we'll have it started up. So I'll be back again. So I've got it back together, muffler's on, it's been hour 40 minutes, so that silicone should have set. Now the low high, I don't know if they're all the same, but the low high has got a plug covering it. I don't know where I'm not really sure where let's take the back off it. Where the choke setting is. I really don't know where that is at all. Okay. It's got a 2-piece. Okay, so it's got a 2-piece air cleaner. I'll leave the choke as is. I'm not going to adjust the choke, but talking about tuning screwdrivers, if you're endeavouring to work on chainsaws, you've got to get yourself one of these. It is a chainsaw tuning toolkit, and it's got a whole bunch of stuff in there, all different types of, and this one does, it's not a screwdriver, it's just a round pen with a notch. And so these kits, I mean, it cost me like, I think $14 or something. You got to get yourself one. Just go on eBay or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just see. I'm going to wind it in, just see how many turns it is. So what I'll do is I'll just put a black mark on the top of the. I'll just put a black mark on top of there, and I'll wind it in. It's quite stiff. So there's one. About 1 3/4. Alright. So I'll wind it back to where it was. And that was the high. The low. I'm having trouble getting on there. The low. Yep, there you are. So that was one. About the same, about 1 3/4. Alright. So I'll leave them there. I'll put them back to where they were. I'll put the settings back to where they were. But I just wanted to know where the settings were. So about 1 3/4, 1.5, 1 3/4 turns. I'll turn that off. So this was bone dry fuel when I opened it up. Yeah, but not sure why that is. So I didn't notice any leaks. So I'll prime it up. Just do some. It's got heaps of compression, some priming pulls. Just to prime the system up. Put it on. Choke out. Alright. Choke in. Okay, so that was just raining oil everywhere. So clearly there's chain oil in it. Now, what can I say? I can't really tell because I don't have a decibel meter and I didn't measure the noise before modding the muffler and now, but there's absolutely no doubt about it that gutting that muffler is going to help the saw. So having not changed the settings on the low or the high jet whatsoever, is that thing leaking? No, it's not. I'm not sure why this was dryer fuel because I haven't noticed any fuel leaking out of it whatsoever, and I don't think I ran it dry, or at least I didn't think I ran it dry. So that's strange. It was raining bar oil everywhere, so we'll just have another go at starting it. That's on. Okay, so I've got that chain a little bit tight. So this is a saw that you want to hold. You want to hold the recoil handle out when you do turn it off, because as you'll see, I'll just start it up again. So hold the recoil handle out when you turn it off, because when you switch it off, it does grip on the pawls, and over a period of time, if you don't hold that handle out when you switch it off, it does that. It's damaging the mechanism, and a lot of that mechanism, I haven't taken the recoil off, but a lot of the recoil mechanism is plastic, and over a period of time, if you don't hold the handle out when you switch it off, it will damage it. As I said, I have got this chain a bit tight. Yeah, that's too tight. What can I say? Yeah, so I put my Motel 800 off-road 40-1 mix in it. That is my preferred. So as far as tuning, yeah, I didn't really need to do anything. I don't know which way that goes. Doesn't seem to matter. Yeah, so on this thing here, it says before you start it to prime it 10 times. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, so gutting the muffler is I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's going to aid in the running of the saw. The biggest aid in gutting a muffler is cooling. To have, here we go, I'll put it all together. To have all of that nonsense in there, right? I mean so that's the catalyzer, the catalytic converter or catalyzer or whatever, blah blah blah. To have that crap in, it's just waste of time. To have that crap in the muffler is just going to keep everything really hot. That was the spacers in the muffler. Don't need them. I have to say this muffler is really well made. So the difference in diameter of, I think you can see the difference in diameter, even though you can't really tell really well because this one is drilled out with a step drill, so it would have been a lot smaller in diameter. But yeah, I'm even interested in putting a bigger bar on this, because it could probably handle a bigger bar now. Just loosen that off. That's too tight. One thing I don't like about these things is they've only got one bar nut. That's bullshit. All saws should have 2 bar nuts. That's the nice thing about the other saw that I've got coming. Yeah, I know. I've still got the 372 XP to... Actually, you know what? I screwed up. When I ordered the 372 XP, I screwed up. I ordered a 372 XT X-Torque. Now, yeah, so I screwed up there, but I've got all the bits to convert it to an XP, because X-Torques are rubbish. Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. X-Torques are rubbish. They're just restricted. Yeah, restricted, detuned for the sake of emission control. Yeah, so I'm going to convert it to an XP. I've got all the bits coming. You've got to replace the coil. You've got to replace, what else? The air cleaner and box and and yeah, I've got all that coming. So, but the other thing that I've got coming is a John Cutter 2511, which is the competitor to this, and it'll actually be lighter than this. The John Cutter, which is the John Cutter 2511 is a copy of the Echo 2511, a clone of the 2511, and the 2511 is the smallest, lightest chainsaw on the market. Was, I don't know what the replacement is now. It's pretty old now, but yeah, so that's on its way as well. But hey, this thing just runs, yeah, great. Let's take the, no, I'm not going to take the bar and chain off. Oh, why not? Let's take it off. Okay, yeah, it's nice and clean. Taking the bar off is easy enough. That's a tiny bar, eh? Look at that, that's tiny. That chain off. 3/8 low profile. A lot of people convert these things to 3/4 pitch. Outboard clutch, what a nightmare. Seriously. Whoever thought of outboard clutches, even though they were the thing for a very long time. I mean, with this outboard clutch, I'm having trouble taking this chain off, you know? Like, seriously. You know, how the hell do you take the chain off without taking the clutch off? Hey? How the hell do you take this chain off without taking the clutch off? I mean, that clutch is right in the way. I mean, that muffler is in the way as well, but come on. I can't believe this, how hard it is to take the chain off. That muffler's hasn't changed positions. Oh man, you wouldn't believe how hard it is to take that chain off. Outboard clutches, I just don't have any time for them whatsoever. So this is, what's it say on it? Doesn't say bugger all on it. 3/8 low profile. I'm probably going to change it to a 325 chain. Let's just start it up again. Yeah, it's got plenty of oil coming out of it. Yeah, it's got dust all over it. It's been sitting around for a long time. But there you go. So if you want to mod your muffler, don't do what I did. Yeah, don't do as I do as I say, I think is the term. Don't cut it apart and weld it together with mild steel. Yeah. So what I will do when I get the 2511, I will compare it to this, and then I'm going to do muffler mod on the 2511. So there's a really good porting channel, Bellhopper. Just Google Bellhopper or go on YouTube, type in Bellhopper, and he's a gentleman that ports saws for a living, and he's got a very comprehensive three-part tutorial essentially of how to dismantle. He does it all very slow. How to dismantle the 2511, which is not this. How to port it, what he does porting it, and then putting it back together. So that's a very comprehensive video. If you want to know, if you've got a 2511 and you want extra performance, I mean, I think he was going to put a 20-inch bar on it or something ridiculous. A Bellhopper is the man to watch, and so I'm really happy about getting that muffler done and getting it on here, and it's running fine. But yeah, again, don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. I did it the wrong way. Now, again, tuning screwdriver kit. You can get these kits for, I think it cost me like $14. This stuff is good. JB Weld Ultimate Grey RTV 100% silicon gasket maker and sealant. It sets in an hour, which can be problematic. Like if you I did take my time applying the sealant, so it was actually starting to go off, you know, as I was doing it. So yeah, you got to be pretty quick. So next video you'll see possibly will be the shootout, because I haven't got that much else to do other than go up to the Tablelands to my friend's place and do the shootout. So until then, see you later.